live trading pre-market day trading show. You're listening to the Real Life Trading Pre-Market Day Trading Show.
Good morning, everybody. This is Johnny Guarco coming to you live from Honolulu, Hawaii on this fine Aloha Friday, April 29, 2022. Hope everybody is excited for the weekend and ready to rock and roll. Aloha, aloha, aloha to you, Mr. Albert Chen. How are you doing there, buddy? Got any big plans for this weekend? Hope you're excited for the weekend and are going to do a little R&R. Excuse me. Oh yeah, big day today, buddy. Aloha Friday and a few other huge things. We'll talk about those in a minute. Want to welcome and say hello to all my folks like Lucin. How you doing? What is going on in Florida? Oh, Albert's going to Legoland. That's exciting. Man, I want to do some Legoland. Hey, welcome to the YouTube nation out there. Like I say, this is Johnny Guarco, and you are in the Real Life Trading Pre-Market Show. We gather here every day to take a look at the market before it opens, and then we go crush the market as a team together. So hope one day you'll come and check us out at reallifetrading.com. You can see there we have a bunch of classes you can take, all for free. Get lots of information, check us out, and then one day come and trade with us live during the market. That's what we're about. It's about team trading, tag team trading. But anyway, thank you for joining us. Excited that you're here. And we're going to go check everything out this morning and see what's going on. Matt, what is happening, my man? Hope you're having a great day. This is going to be a super Aloha Friday. I got that feeling. There's a song like that, right? In there, Black Eyed Peas, I got a feeling. You don't want me to start going off and singing today, so I'll refrain from myself, but I'll refrain for the good of the people. Anyway, something like that. Yeah, Black Eyed Peas, I was on it. Yeah, that's one of my workout songs, I think. It's kind of motivating. Anyway, what is happening out there in the markets? I think Jeremy Newsom had his crystal ball going on and saying he was thinking about a little bit of compression, inside day compression, maybe today and Monday before we blow out of here. So, looks like that's happening now. We had a great day yesterday. You can see I'm on the SPY. We'll check out the overall indices like Jeremy talked about yesterday in our swing room. We had a beautiful day yesterday. Lots of volume came in. Nice little morning star reversal here. Everything looking beautiful, but what are we doing this morning? We are gapping down. Gapping down after this beautiful morning star, rock solid support down here about 415. And yeah, man, if you go to the S&P 500 E-mini futures, I got all kinds of stuff all over the place, but let's go check in. A little concerning right now. We are coming to a point of departure potentially. Anyway, we got this little bit of support down here at 42.35. So I'm hoping we don't break that. We are gapping down, as you can see, came on up and then we just came on back down. And if we throw a fib on this little trend right here, we can get all the way down here to about 4,200 today. So I took a fib from basically this gap here where we gapped up the other day, a little bit of a run up, and then just Mr. Fibonacci coming all the way back down to about 4,200. Could be a potential for this morning because we do have some inside day gap and goes on the SPY and also on the Qs. So we'll see what happens here pre-market if we break this low from yesterday, that little wick there at 42.35, and looking that way like we may be breaking down. Anyway, we'll keep an eye on that before the market opens. That's the SPY. Wow, Matt, you saw them in concert? That must have been a great concert, man. Yeah, that would have been beautiful. You think we're going to hit the 1995 on Google today? Holy schmoly, we'll go look at that. We'll go check that baby out. That would be kind of delicious. Anyway, on the SPY, you can see from yesterday's afternoon, we kind of have a little bit of this bearish divergence going on here. We got increasing price of the stock right here going up into about 430, close to 430-ish. And then we got the strength of the stock kind of coming down. So, yep, we'll see. We may be pulling back. That's a big old run up we had yesterday. So we'll keep close eye on that today. Jeremy is just thinking we may come back and just fiddle around, fart around. It is Friday. So that is a normal happening on a Friday, ain't it? All right. Maddie's pyramiding into Google. Way to go, dude. I agree with that strategy. Get you 5 shares, split 20 to 1, do some covered calls and make some cash. That's the way to do it, my buddy. I do agree. That's what I'm going to do. Don't say all you have to do that, but that's what I'm going to do. Qs looking a little scary on the Qs. Gapping down, same kind of look that we had on the SPY. We'll go look at some NQ1 minis. Go check that out on maybe the 5. And you can see kind of same dealio, looking a little bit weak sauce. We got a little bit further way to go to that wick from the open of yesterday. But yeah, looking like we are coming down. Currently, we'll see what happens. It could be one of those have patient Fridays, which isn't a bad thing, right? It builds that muscle, that patience muscle. Everybody needs to build that patience muscle. Yep. All them bulls potentially getting trapped. A bunch of them have their stops here, here, here. So makes kind of sense to come on down. People be doing some selling on this Friday. We got a little bit of a head and shoulders pattern there on the 5. Bigger head and shoulders looking pattern here on the 15. We do have some stuff I meant to tell you on the SPY and on the Qs. We got some things kind of holding us up. It's not going down from too much, but we are bouncing around in here. As you know, I don't like this never land place of being in between those big long moving averages, simple moving averages, but that's where we are on the 15 on the SPY, and right there about the 50, and the EMA is kind of holding us up there on the hourly. So kind of same thing, same kind of look on the Qs, same exact look. Rock, how you doing, my great buddy, old pal? Hope you're having a fine Lowe's Friday. Spring Fest, I hope, is over for you and things coming back to normal. But yeah, I could definitely see a little bit of correction this morning, pull back, and then kind of just bounce around, and we'll see what happens the rest of the day. We got some little bit of negative news on Apple, so that might be kind of helping the market go down a little bit. We'll go check that out in a minute. We got the DIA happening, same kind of look, same kind of happening. Got it gapping down first thing this morning. Everything is looking about the same. All right, let's go talk about our 6 stocks of the day. I need to see if we got anything stupendously, gorgeously gapping in one way or the other. I just saw JD. We'll have to go check out JD is gapping. But yeah, we got our 6 stocks. We trade these every day, or the moderators at least trade these every day. We use the 10 EMA strategy, which we'll go look at, and let's see what's going on. The only one that was gapping up really pre-market this morning, just a hair or two, is Tesla. We had that gorgeous day yesterday with a beautiful hammer time coming down here, a little bit of support. My green lines are the highs and lows of yesterday. So our rules say that we got to break out of that bad boy, and then we can trade it. So we'll sit back. It is a gap and go. If it was gapping up here above the open of yesterday, and then we could trade it right away. But I am very good with waiting to get a little bit of momentum. The 10 EMA strategy is a momentum strategy. So we like to get some direction. That's why it's good to wait a hair or two after market open and use that strategy, get some direction going one way or the other, and we'll see what happens. So we'll look for Google to maybe bounce up there up to the 10 today. That would be pretty sweet. We got lots of bearish action in here. What do we got for any kind of wave? Nothing really solid on the wave, unless we're counting this as a big wave 1, 2, and potentially 3 on down, which is looking pretty ugly. We talked about earlier in the week, we talked about Google at 700, which that is war day of the war started. So looking like it makes a lot of sense for that bad boy to come down here and take out all this profitability here from these bulls. So that's a pretty good target. Once we get, I think we could put in a white candle, come back and retest that 10 EMA up there. And then as you can see it, we got to fight through that 200 that's right in front of our face. So that will be interesting. Let me cough for here for a second. Still fighting a little bug, but getting better every single day. So yeah, makes kind of sense when we get up in here, close up here, play ping pong in between that 100 and 200, let the EMAs catch up, and if we do, come on back, roll on over. So Tesla is the only one that's gapping up today. Everything else is gapping down like the rest of the indices, the broader markets. You can see we got the Delta Airlines, Delta just crushing life. all the way up to almost 45, actually went up to 46. Just a little bit of correction. So we'll see if we're coming back. And we got a couple gaps still that we've talked about a few times. We got this gap down here, got another gap down here. I think we fill this one. So I'm thinking we may see some kind of a double top up here. We do have some pretty rock solid, little bit of resistance right here. Look at this. We got all the way back until October. We have some bump in our heads, and you can even see back here further back in early 2021. This is a pretty good solid area of support and resistance. So it makes sense to me that we pull back a little bit. I don't know, everything's opening up. Maybe the airlines are just going to be in Cranksville. Thank you, Mr. Jackson. We'll go take a look at that. We'll go look at Baba here in a second. Got to look at Google for my man Matt. Got to go look at some JD.com. What else looks like it's gapping up a hair or two or down? All right. We'll go check out the Baba. Anyway, that's where we're at. You can see kind of maybe retesting that 10. See what happens today. AMD coming all the way back to 89. We are gapping down. You can see pre-market gapping down here. Got our highs and lows from yesterday. Put in a evening star. So got earnings coming up. Remember, if you're in the old AMD or thinking about getting in a swing, because it does make sense down here for it to bounce, right? Beautiful morning star reversal down here at beautiful looking support. It's like an oxymoron. Yeah, we got this beautiful morning star reversals on everything, not everything, but a lot of our stocks that we keep an eyeball on. And now we're gapping down. We got our RSI all the way down there at 38, which is, if you remember right, and you've been trading with us for a while, we like to buy Apple. We like to buy AMD when it's down here in this territory, down, nice down low territory of being oversold. So yeah. Makes sense for us to see a bounce here on AMD, but we'll see what happens. Could just be staying inside day all day. It might be an inside day. Steven Jackson, the pre-market scanner, is at work. He's got Billy has a gap and go out of a hammer. Interesting. All right, we'll go look at that. And then pretty much everything, all our stocks from here on out are looking the same. I mean, all down at nice support areas. You can see kind of got this little bit of a support zone down here in the video. But we are gapping down from yesterday. So same kind of look, same kind of morning star reversal, same kind of dealio. Everything looks like it wants to come back and retest at least this breakdown. Most stocks that we follow have this breakdown here from last week, but we are gapping down on the video. Apple, same kind of dealio, same kind of look. Got a cough again. I'll be right back. Had a huge day yesterday. Nice earnings. You can see earnings and revenue up big, but then we got some bad news, I guess, from Apple talking about their difficulties out of China, mostly around Shanghai. They're expecting about a $4 to $8 billion pullback in their profitability for this next quarter. So that could be big. That could be big for Apple. That could be big for the market. But, you know, Apple, they have more cash than the world combined practically. So we'll see how much that affects things. Knowing Apple, what we've seen in the past, even when they have some little bit of bad news, and $4 to $8 billion reduction is sure a lot of money, but Apple, again, probably not even going to get affected that much, but they are gapping down just like everything else today. You can see they actually retested that little breakdown, which just happened. When was that? Today's Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday, had that breakdown of that little bit of support. But you can see yesterday, all that volume that came in. So we got a lot of bulls potentially trapped there. Let's go see what's going on here. Maybe a little bit of pre-market action. I have to apologize to all those YouTube fans out there. You know, I have never been able to figure out, maybe one of my folks here can figure it out for me, but I don't see your chat. So I apologize for that if you're throwing out any questions or comments, but what we'd really want you to do is come join the Real Life Trading team, and then you can join our Zoom chat, and then I can talk away at you. But anyway, I apologize. Right now, I can't see the chat. When I had YouTube up with the chat, I was getting a little bit of feedback on the mic, so I had to turn that off. Anyway, one of my gang over here might be helping me out with that a little bit. Anyway, Apple, just taking a look at Apple. We got pre-market here. Let's go to that extended hours. So you can see maybe that huge announcement. We did pull back quite a bit down here to support, but we did get some strength in here this morning. So we got a bunch of buying coming in on Apple. So we'll see if Apple can punch out of there or not. And then a lot of people's nemesis, because you can see how crazy Wiki and Nutso Roblox is. We are gapping down, as you can see on Roblox. We're close over here to the all-time lows down at about 29. We got earnings coming up. I'll be interested to see what's going on their earnings. So they're estimating a negative 18 cents. Like to check out what's happening with them financially, because they have done nothing but pull back since I was going to say late December, January time frame. So we'll see what's going on there. They got this big old hunking gap that I'd be interested to see if that bad boy fills one day. But we are at all-time lows currently, like everything else, gapping down. So we'll keep an eyeball on that. Boy, it's already 23 after. Let's go look at BABA real quick. BABA, huge gap up on BABA. What do we got? We got 11% gap. Pretty big gap. Normally on gaps, I like to look between, somewhere around 3 to 5% for me for gaps. 11%. I start looking for fades. So Stephen, keep an eyeball on that, but I wonder what the huge news is there. Let's go check it out real quick. If anything, why BABA shares trading Friday after Chinese state media reported the Chinese government may end its regulatory crackdown. Yeah, right. Whatever. Johnny just doesn't believe that for a minute, but we'll see what happens. But anyway, we got the old BABA big time gapping up, big gap, 11.33%. We got Billy, B-I-L-I. Stephen, is Billy a Chinese stock? I think it might be also. We got that gapping up 16%, almost 17%. Huge gap right up here to a little bit of resistance. So I won't be probably playing that, but could be a potential great fade. We'll see what happens with the rest of the Chinese stock. Steven says Baba could be a fade. We'll have to battle with the weekly 10 EMA. All right. Yep. Pretty big, almost 12% gap up. And you can see Billy just in cruise mode down to zero, maybe, but it is gapping up on that news. And then we got INTC, potential nice gap and go Mr. Lucent's talking about. We got a bunch of bulls trapped. That is a beauty. That is a beauty. Filling that gap. Might have to look to buy some Intel here one of these days. Might be good to get into a put sale today later on. But right now we got a beautiful, beautiful gap down right below that pivot point. So yeah, we might have to put this on here, Lucen. Can you do me a favor and keep an eye on this? So, because you know me, I get distracted. But that is the beautiful kind of gap that we look for, down about 4%. That is gorgeous. Yeah, while I'm looking at the clock, it's already 27 minutes after the hour. Got to say aloha to our YouTube nation out there. Thanks for joining us. Again, this is Johnny Guarco. Actually, starting next week, man, you guys got to come check out the website, reallifetrading.com. Starting next week, we are going to be on the mic all day long with all kinds of different subjects matter, everything from day trading to swing trading to futures and investing in real estate and options, you name it. We're having a change of venue starting Monday, May 2nd. We want you on the team. Come to reallifetrading.com. Check us out. We'd love to see you. We will continue doing this pre-market show. So hope to see you next week. I'll be on the mic every day starting on Monday, starting at 11 a.m. Eastern. So until then, have a fantastic, awesomely great aloha weekend, and I'll catch you YouTube Nation peeps later. Aloha.